Today I'm making my #1 recipe that I've ever made. I get that comment all the time. People want to know what's my favorite recipe to make. Braised short ribs. So here's the cool thing. It's in my book, of course, but here's the cooler thing. I have these little QR codes next to some of my favorite recipes. Let me show you what they do. One recipe to make and eat. So when people ask me, give me your favorite recipe, this is it. So these QR codes kind of make this like a pop-up book. There's only a few of us eating tonight, but I bought a lot more than I need because I want the leftovers. The leftover meals are phenomenal. Season with salt and pepper. Start with a hunk of bacon up in your Dutch oven. Then we're gonna sear these on all sides, couple minutes aside. I'll do them in a couple batches because I don't want to crowd the Dutch oven. 3 celery, 3 carrots, chop them up. And about a handful of garlic, as much as you like. I love it, chop it up. 1 white onion, chop it up. A couple different mushrooms here. I love mushrooms. I'm just gonna quarter these instead of slice them. All right, this is all the goodness. Do not get rid of this. We're gonna heat it back up and we're gonna cook down the vegetables. Onions going in, celery and carrots. Sweat these down for a few minutes. All right, add the poke. Add the shrooms. 1 can tomato paste. 3 tablespoons of flour. You need a whole bottle of cab. Pour it all in. We're gonna add all the short ribs back in and we're gonna bring it to a boil. All right, I'm not perfect. I know a lot of you don't know that, but I'm not. I did buy a few more pounds of short ribs than I actually needed just because I love the leftovers, and I'm gonna need a bigger boat. So I'm gonna have to switch this all to here because this is just, it's too crowded. It's not gonna work. I've got 2 cups of vegetable broth, 2 cups of beef broth. Add it all in. Add some oregano, rosemary, thyme, parsley, all bundled together nicely. Throw that in. 3 bay leaves, put those in. Boil, then put in the oven at 350 for about 2.5 or 3 hours. All right, 2.5 hours in, the secret sauce, 1/2 cup of cognac, add it, and then cook it for another 30 minutes. All right, 3 hours are done. Here's the final finishing touches. A big lob of butter, this is 1 stick by the way, in each corner. Now I know a round pot doesn't have corners, but guess what? I'm pretending they do. Look how tender. The bones are just falling out. We're gonna strain it. I will be wearing this apron for this meal. Undisputed #1 recipe. Are you kidding me?